Hello and welcome to this episode. This is going to be a special episode. This is for anybody who feels themselves getting distracted, who isn't doing what they say they're going to do. Now, most of us are at home right now, so we're wanting to exercise more at home, which might be challenging. Maybe we do have access to a gym, but we're still not getting there. Maybe we want to read more. Maybe we want to draw more. Maybe we want to eat healthier. I don't know. There's all these things that we want to do. You have them and I have them. So this video is for somebody who wants to learn how to not do that. And I'll give you a super simple principle that I learned today that I saw in my own life. I'm like, oh my God, I've been doing this thing and I can't believe I've been doing it. I haven't even noticed I've been doing it. But it was explained in such a beautiful way by the author. I can't remember his name. I'll put it in the description below because he deserves recognition for this. So, why are you getting distracted? Huh? Why are you getting distracted? All right? I get distracted too. I'm not here to tell you, blame you and say you're a bad person for getting distracted. We all get distracted at times. But here's an interesting twist on this theme of distraction, this term distraction. So what do you think is the opposite of distraction? Most of us think focus, single focus, I got this, blocking everything out, screw you, I'm focused. But actually the opposite of distraction is traction. Because distraction is a two-part word, dis-traction. And traction, though, that word comes from the Latin root trahere. And what trahere means is draw or pull. So it's actually distraction and traction. To disdraw or to dispull. Now that doesn't make much sense to you yet, so let me explain. So what the pull is whatever our main vision of life is. Our pull is like whatever we know is good for us, our values. Even if we haven't written it out super clearly, we kind of know what's important to us. We know, for example, if you have a goal of going to the gym, you know that that's important to you. That's a pull. You are pulled to do that. But sometimes we get distracted. We get away from our pull for some reason, and I'll go into that in a minute. So the question isn't, how can I focus more or how can I manage my time better? The question is, what is getting me away from that goal? What is pulling me away from the inspiration to do it? What is pulling me away from that action? And what the author was saying is that time management is actually pain management. It's not we need more time, we actually need to lessen our pain. Because think about this. What do you do when you're bored? What do you do when you're anxious? What do you do when you're depressed or overloaded or overwhelmed? What do you do when you feel a little bit insecure? What do you do when you feel angry or frustrated? What do you do in these states? Now, that's an interesting question because how we manage these states determines if we follow the distraction or the traction. Because the author says time management is pain management, but what could that mean? So we have so many options now for things to do when we're bored. I mean, oh my God, we've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, checking sports scores, a lot of ways to get distracted that's right at our fingertips. So when we get bored, we have Facebook. When we feel lonely, we have Instagram to go make sure we still have friends. When we feel insecure, maybe we can eat food and, pull ourselves away. But the truth is, the important thing is when the pain comes up, whatever form it comes in, anger, guilt, depression, I don't care, whatever it is, we all feel this stuff, right? When that comes up, it's important to deal with it in that moment right there. Because if we don't, we'll naturally start to look for a way to deal with it in our external world if we don't deal with it in our internal world. Now that's really important for distraction and time management and even something as small as eating healthy or going to the gym, which by the way I don't think is small. I think it's a huge deal. It makes us feel so alive and energetic, and my life is way better when I eat healthy and exercise. But the point is, it's like all you have to do is put the fork down, load up some healthy food and put it in here. So there's clearly a lot more behind this, behind the curtains here than just the action itself, right? So the question is, what's stopping you from doing the action? What's the pain that you're trying to cover up? And it's okay to feel pain. I mean, many people, I used to be like this actually. I used to be like something would come up, say like some insecure, like, no, I don't feel insecure. Look how high I can stick my chest up. There's no way a guy who sticks his chest up this high could feel insecure, no way. And I would try to cover it up. I would try to pretend like it wasn't there, or I'd go to food, or I would go to, at the time I probably smoked weed, and I would escape it. I try to escape the feeling with something external, which does not work sustainably. It works in the short term. So here's the point. If you want more time, deal with your pain, because when the boredom comes up in the moment, you can deal with the boredom and then go on to what you really want to do or really are being pulled to do, your traction. So for example, if you want to exercise more, but for some reason 30 minutes before you have to go exercise, you start to feel a little anxious. As opposed to trying to numb it out with food or with, say lying in bed and watching YouTube. I know you're out there somewhere. Or Netflix. Instead of doing that, which probably makes you more tired and feeling like you don't want to go to the gym and exercise, deal with it when it comes up. Ask it a question. Hey, why are you here? Identify, okay, this is anxiety. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming and sending me this message, because all emotions are action signals. Okay? Why are you here? What message can you give me? And deal with it. Find out why it's there. Because if you don't, then you'll keep going down the same path of getting anxious before the gym and not going. Because, what? I'll give you an example, because I feel like I'm preaching too much right now. I feel like I'm not sharing enough about myself. What's an example for me? What is an example for me? Here's an example for me. So I'm in Bali. Food is super cheap here. I can order food with an app called Gojek and boop, pops up right away. I can order food and it can come here in like 7 to 10 minutes. Like a full meal in 7 to 10 minutes, and I literally have to click like 8 buttons. Pretty nuts, pretty addicting. Now, I realize I want to make more home-cooked meals for health reasons, and I'll probably save money in the long term. Probably. And I just want to learn the value of cooking and like taking care of a meal, making it nice and healthy, and not just like ordering it, boom, it's here. I want to connect more with my food and my body and the universe. So, all that being said, something would come up and I would end up continuing to order this food from Gojek. And most of the time when it would come up, I would be kind of stressed, or I would be kind of like overloaded and like kind of at the end of my day and a lot's happened. I'm like kind of stressed, and I would order. So that was my pattern. But instead, what I've decided to do is when it comes up, just deal with the stress as it comes up. When it comes up, I breathe through it first. I breathe in it first. And then I make a decision about what I'm going to eat. And I also wrote down in my schedule, I scheduled in eating at home. Because if I don't schedule it in, it's not going to happen. What gets scheduled gets done. And what does not get scheduled is like you're leaving yourself up for potential failure, because our emotions tend to run us. If we don't have a schedule set when we're in a good state, we set the schedule, then it's unlikely that we'll follow through on a consistent basis. So that's that. Time management is pain management. Again, thank you to the author for giving me this idea. I'm sorry I don't remember your name in this moment. I can visualize it. You damn it. I'll put it below. And hopefully this helps to inspire you to stay towards your vision, and to, when emotion comes up, deal with it right then and there, as opposed to getting distracted, and to stay on your traction, your pull. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.